What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Astronaut, and you're just in time to catch a brand new video about Mortal Kombat 11. This video is my Mortal Kombat 11 wishlist part 2 video. So if you caught my wishlist part 1 video, then this is just a continuation of what I started in that video. And also, guys, I just want to create an invitation. Anyone who's watching this video, if you have any kind of theories of your own, some development or plot developments that you'd like to see in Mortal Kombat 11, please leave them in the comment below. People are coming up with some really good stuff, and I'm really enjoying reading the comments. People are telling me the characters that they want to see come back. They're also telling me some possible plot ideas, some possible themes that could happen, what would happen if they were to bring certain characters back. And I'm really enjoying reading the comments, and I really want to hear from you guys. So what is it that you would like to see in Mortal Kombat 11, whatever that might be? Make sure you leave it in the comments below, and you just never know what kind of conversation and discussion that could create, and I might make a video based off of some of the things I hear. So yeah. Alright guys, so in this video I am going to be discussing Jade, and I am really excited to be talking about Jade because she is a really popular character. A lot of people want to see her come back. I've been seeing a lot of comments saying, you know, I really want Jade to come back. I really can't wait to see her. I really think that they need to bring her back, yada yada, this and that. So I'm actually doing a video today that's going to focus a little more about Jade and about what's going on with her in the plot line. Alright guys, let's go ahead and kick off my part 2 wish list. I'm going to start by talking about the return of Jade. I do believe that Jade is going to be returning for Mortal Kombat 11. She's on my wish list here, and the reason I think that is because I believe in Mortal Kombat X, when they gave Katana her Morphle variation and they gave her Jade's weapons, her glaive and her staff, I think they did that for a reason, and I honestly think that's the best way to advertise a character anyway. I mean, if you don't make a character playable and then give their weapons to another character who is playable, I think that just naturally makes all the fans want to play with the original character all over again. So that being said, by them taking Jade's weapons and giving it to Katana, giving her her Morphle variation, and then on top of that they also included Jade in Katana's character ending. So I think all these factors, when you add them all up, it just naturally makes you want to play as that character. Like, okay, I get it, she's not here, we can't play her, but I want to play her now, Katana, seeing Katana with Jade's weapons is just not enough. So, I think NetherRealm did that on purpose as a way to kind of build up something that might be leading into Mortal Kombat 11. That's the only thing that makes sense to me because, and like I said, that's like the ultimate way to advertise a character, make them non-playable, take their weapons, give them to another character, so you can play that character as the original character, but it's still not the same because they're not that character. So, and guys, if you did pay attention or if you watched my Astronaut's Guide to Mortal Kombat 11 Part 2, it's kind of confusing, but the title is actually, the official YouTube title is Mortal Kombat 11 Confirmed Part 2. But if you want to check that out, then please do so. So part of the reason why I do believe Jade is going to be in Mortal Kombat 11 is because they did not explain why Katana had her weapons. They did not explain her connection with Jade in the NetherRealm now that they are both Revenants. And not only that, they didn't even show Jade at all as a non-playable character, as anyone in the storyline, nothing. I think that NetherRealm is purposely trying to use Jade's character as a setup to give you something to look forward to in Mortal Kombat 11 that they're eventually going to explain. So my conclusion about all of this is I do believe that Jade is going to return. That's on my wish list of items. I want to see her come back. I want to see everything explained with her relationship with Katana. I want to know why she was in Katana's character ending. I want to know why Katana had her weapons. And like I said in my video, Mortal Kombat 11 Confirmed, Astronaut's Guide, I do believe that all of this is leading up to some kind of cliffhanger. I think Mortal Kombat X was intended to be a bit of a cliffhanger with Katana and Jade and Liu Kang and all this Dark Empress stuff going on. I think it's all a big cliffhanger that will be resolved in Mortal Kombat 11. Now guys, before I get to my next wishlist item, I do want to take the time to kind of explain some things about Jade, or address some things about her, because there's a lot of rumors going on, and a lot of them are based on her ending in Mortal Kombat 9. A lot of people think that Jade is already possessed and that she's going to be coming back. When she comes back, she's going to be possessed by the dream goddess that she saw in her ending. And some people have even said that while she's in Quan Chi's Revenant army, she became a Revenant who grew out of control, and Quan Chi couldn't control her anymore. So if she comes back, she's going to be completely out of control, and yada yada yada. And I don't want to hate on any of that because I really don't know, but I really want to just take the time to address it with how I feel about it. Honestly, I think her character ending in Mortal Kombat 9 was just that. I think it was just an ending. I don't necessarily think it clearly wasn't canon because Mortal Kombat X did not include her, and she had nothing to do with bridging between Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat 10. What was canon from Mortal Kombat 9 was the fact that Raiden was the one who killed or defeated Shao Kahn. And then the storyline picked up from there. So we all obviously know that Jade's ending wasn't the official ending for the game. And like I said, I really just think that was just her character ending. I don't think that character ending is going to like make its way back into the game the way the ending was showing back in Mortal Kombat 9. If and when Jade returns, I believe she's going to come back as a Revenant or have a Revenant skin like many others did in Mortal Kombat 10. And that's the canon. That's canon. That's the official ending for Mortal Kombat 9. That all these characters became Revenant members. It continued into Mortal Kombat 10, and there's a lot of them where their Revenant status hasn't completely been resolved or given a conclusion to. And Jade is one of those characters. So I believe when she comes back in Mortal Kombat 11, she's gonna continue to be a Revenant or have something showing her either in Revenant status, getting free, or something like that. That's my hope and wish list item that I want to see. But I did want to address that because a lot of people really are kind of caught up on seeing Jade completely possessed by the Dream Goddess, and I honestly don't think that that is going to be the case when she returns, because even in her ending, the Dream Goddess, whoever this person was, this lady told her that the death of Shao Kahn had to be reimagined. So that makes no sense. You know, the storyline has already moved on past Shao Kahn. He's already been defeated by the Elder Gods. We've gone on to Shinnok, who had his invasion. So how in the world are they gonna reimagine Shao Kahn's death unless they were to go back in time all over again? Which they could do that, but that doesn't really make any sense. And honestly, I'm operating under the assumption that NetherRealm is moving forward from Mortal Kombat 9 onward. So keeping with that timeline, it doesn't make sense for them to reimagine Shao Kahn's death. And it doesn't make sense for Jade to come back being the possessed woman, given that that was just a character ending and not the canon ending for Mortal Kombat 9. Alright, so now guys, I want to move on to my second wishlist item. Is I really want to see the return of Reiko, and I think I have a really good reason for this. So the thing about Reiko, he was one of my favorite characters to use back during the 3D era. I really enjoyed using Reiko. I thought he was really cool. His character design was really cool. His outfit was cool. I liked the alternate skins they gave to him, where he actually had a mohawk in one and the regular hairstyle in the other. And of course, we all know that he was the general to Shao Kahn's army. Well, the one move that always impressed me was the fact that he had like a shoulder move, and he would rush the opponent, but whenever he did this, the helmet of Shao Kahn would appear in light glowing over his head. And NetherRealm really never took the time to explain that move. They might have just added that to his character design just to make the move look really cool or to make him stand out a bit more. But given that NetherRealm never really explained that, I kind of want to take that a step further in my little theorizing here. So I thought it would be great if they were to bring Reiko back into Mortal Kombat 11 and reintroduce him as Shao Kahn's lost son. And that would be really cool to see, because not only would that kind of bring a little bit more of that Shao Kahn era back into Mortal Kombat 11, but it would also really stir things up, especially given that there's a power struggle going on in Outworld, and Reiko could, I mean, by him being the general of Shao Kahn's army, he might still want to lay claim to the throne of Outworld. But I thought it would be really cool to have it have like a twist thrown in there where he actually is reintroduced as Shao Kahn's son, and then all of a sudden there's this rivalry between him and Kotal Kahn. I thought it would be really cool to have Mileena come back and have it shown that she actually wasn't killed in Mortal Kombat 10. It was actually one of her clones that got killed. So now you have this huge power struggle going on over Outworld and who will rule. And to be honest, I really don't like Kotal Kahn. I think he's a really weak version of Shao Kahn. I don't think that he had the authority about him to be able to rule the same way Shao Kahn ruled. And just by seeing his issues with Mileena back in Mortal Kombat 10, I think that just showed him as a weak leader, because he just clearly couldn't unify the people. And there were the rebellion factions that were attacking his kingdom who were loyal to Mileena, and he needed Devora's help to even be able to like take care of Mileena. So it was like, I don't necessarily see him as being a strong ruler, and I really hope he doesn't stay the emperor over Outworld, because he's just so weak. So going back to what I was saying, I think it would be really cool to introduce some kind of subplot where Reiko is revealed as the secret son of Shao Kahn, possibly from some sort of union he might have had before Sindel, of course, because we don't know anything about Shao Kahn before Sindel. You know, we just know he invaded Edenia, he took Sindel as his wife, he killed King Jade, and he took Katana, and then he cloned her and made Melina and told him that they were sisters. So that's all we know. So, but if we were to take it a step further and go a little more further back into Shao Kahn's past and review maybe like, you know, the fact that he might actually have a son and have Reiko be that child, I mean, that would be really, really shocking, and that would take us a little deeper into the Mortal Kombat lore as well. So it's on my wish list to see Reiko return, whether he is the son of Shao Kahn or not, whether they do that storyline or not, I don't really care. I really like his character, so I want to see him come back. But I just wanted to throw that out there for all you Mortal Kombat fans who might enjoy that thought and might want to play some things off of there. That would be really interesting to hear your feedback in the comment section below. Alright guys, and the last thing I wanted to talk about was the return of King Jade. He's always mentioned, he's always present in certain character endings, and so he is kind of like an invisible presence in the Mortal Kombat universe. We know what it was like before Shao Kahn invaded Edenia. So I think it would be really cool if they were to do a plot twist to reveal that Shao Kahn actually didn't kill him, but maybe like banished him into some kind of zone. Who's to say that Shao Kahn might not have taken King Jade and instead of killing him may have just banished him into another realm, and so he somehow makes his way back into the Mortal Kombat universe. He becomes playable. It would be so awesome to be able to see what his movesets would be like, what kind of combos he would have, and just to see his appearance. You know, he would definitely be like an older man, similar to, you know, maybe Shujinko, but it would be really, really cool to kind of see him come back into the fray and maybe show him as kind of being similar to Goken from Street Fighter V. He was the spiritual father, I guess you could say, to Ryu and Ken. He wasn't their biological father, but he was the master who trained them. So it'll be really cool to see Jade reintroduced as maybe perhaps a master fighter, someone who was a really good combatant. And there's also a really neat twist to this, because if they were to do that, that might play a really strong role in helping to restore Katana to her normal self, because we all know that Katana is growing and growing into deeper realms of darkness and becoming the Dark Empress. And so the question is becoming, what is it going to take to get her to return to normal Katana again? So if they were to reintroduce her father and have him a playable character, they could really incorporate it into the storyline where he actually plays a role in helping to recover Katana and help her to remember who she really is. Or it would be a really good father-daughter story, and it would be really awesome to maybe even see, of course, Sindel return and the whole family get back together. That would be really, really cool. Alright guys, that concludes this video. I hope you were really entertained. I hope some of the theories I came up with resonate well with you guys. If you have any feedback or anything you'd like to add to some of the things I shared, please leave it in the comment section below, and I will check them out. Maybe some of you might give me some really good ideas to make another Mortal Kombat 11 video, and if I do, I would definitely give you credit and shout out. Alright guys, that's been my time. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do like the content that I'm making, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Astronaut out.